Hi everyone, my name is Abhishek Sharma and I'm a managing partner at Pulastya Legal. In this video, we'll talk about non-disclosure agreements. My aim in this video will be to break down what is an NDA, what is the concept of an NDA, what is its importance, and much more. Please make sure you stay with me till the end and watch this video all the way till the end and leave your questions or comments in the comment section below. So the first question is, what exactly is a non-disclosure agreement? See, simply put, a non-disclosure agreement is an agreement between two parties where one party is disclosing some confidential information to the other party and requires the other party not to disclose it to any third party. The purpose of disclosing the confidential information to the other party can be to, let's say, explore a business opportunity or to seek investments or to engage with them to provide or seek their services. Here is an example for you to understand. Let's say you're a business who's seeking investment from an investor. Now, to seek investment from an investor, you have to disclose a lot of confidential information to them, such as your sales figures, your future expansion plans, your trade secrets, the names and details of your clients, your bank statements, etc., etc. Your business will be severely hit if this information is leaked or if this potential investor discloses it or even uses this information for his own benefit. As a business owner, I would never want my trade secrets or client information to go out anywhere. This can severely hurt my business and obviously I have to protect it. Before I disclose any of this confidential information to, let's say, a potential investor, I should be sending them an NDA to make sure that they sign to the terms and conditions in the NDA. This way, let's say even if the investment deal doesn't go through, I will still have something that binds them from not disclosing the information to any third party. In such a case, I can take legal action against this potential investor if they disclose my confidential information to any third party. So an NDA is basically a contract that establishes a legal obligation between parties to maintain the confidentiality of a specified information. The primary purpose of the NDA is to protect confidential information or trade secrets or proprietary knowledge, the customer lists, the business strategies, or any other confidential information. Now, please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that all potential investors are going to do this, or all service providers are going to disclose your information to third parties. But you still have to safeguard your business from any notorious activities. That is why a non-disclosure agreement is absolutely necessary for you and your business. So what are some of the common situations where an NDA is needed? Let's say you're presenting an invention or a business idea to a potential investor or a partner or even an employee. Let's say you're sharing financial information with a potential investor. Let's say you're demonstrating new products or technologies or a prototype to a prospective buyer or to a software developer. Let's say you're sharing sensitive information to bankers or employees or any contractor. So when you're sharing customer-related data, let's say with your employees or contractors, an NDA ensures that all that information is safely protected. So this relationship is typically established by an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement. And what are some of the terms and conditions or clauses of an NDA is what we're going to talk about next. Number one, definitions of confidential information. You have to clearly define what is confidential information. It could be your customer lists, your financial information, your designs, your Excel sheets, your Google Docs, your trade secrets, your operating procedures, your employee information, your intellectual property, etc., etc. So you have to clearly define what is confidential information. There are certain exceptions to the definition of confidential information also that you can include in the NDA itself. For example, any information which is publicly available is not typically considered as confidential because it's already out there. Let's say something that the receiving party has independently developed. If they are already in possession of some information, those are also typically excluded from the definition of confidential information. Similarly, if they have received information from a third party and not from the disclosing party, and they're already aware of it, that is also not a part of the confidential information in the definitions clause. The second clause that we generally have in an NDA is a mutual consent or a consideration clause. Now that's kind of obvious that mutual consent between the parties is absolutely crucial. All parties must willingly agree to the terms and conditions and they should agree to the obligations that are listed in the NDA. Moreover, the agreement should separately be supported by a valuable consideration, such as, let's say, a payment. But more often than not, you have a reciprocal exchange of information or some employment opportunities or the discussion of a potential business opportunity. That serves as a consideration, and that has to be defined in this clause. The next obvious clause is the term of the NDA. You have to ensure that you list out for how long you want your confidential information to be protected. In India, typically it's between 2 to 5 years. In some cases, it goes beyond 5 years also, but that's the general range that we generally operate. The next clause that is mostly present in all NDAs is a non-solicit clause. Now, if you're a disclosing party and you're disclosing some information to the receiving party, you want to make sure that the receiving party, who also is aware of your employees, should not solicit employees to, let's say, start up a separate business, to hire those employees in their own company, and so on and so forth, or maybe recommend those employees to a competitor of yours. So you have to make sure that there is a clause that prohibits them from even contacting or soliciting for hiring such employees. So the next clause is remedies for breach. To ensure enforceability, an NDA should provide certain remedies for breaches. The injured party should have the legal recourse, such as seeking injunctive relief or claiming damages in case of a breach, and all that has to be defined in the agreement itself. One more clause that is typical for an NDA to have is an arbitration clause. So in case there is a dispute between the disclosing and the receiving party, both parties agree to submit to arbitration and they don't really take up their dispute to a court directly. Obviously, there is a jurisdiction clause as well that talks about which state or which city will have the jurisdiction over the dispute that arises in the NDA. Hence, to sum up, non-disclosure agreements are very valuable tools for protecting your confidential information in India. By understanding the key elements and the enforceability of NDAs, you can safeguard your proprietary knowledge, maintain a competitive edge, and ensure that your sensitive information remains confidential. I cannot stress enough on why you should work with a lawyer of your choice who's professionally competent in drafting a non-disclosure agreement. Do not take the NDA from a friend. Do not take the NDA from the internet. Those are not the ones that you can use for your business. Every NDA has to be customized to the needs of your business. And I think a qualified legal professional can provide legal expertise and ensure your compliance with local laws, with Indian laws and regulations. A well-drafted and a properly executed NDA can be instrumental in preventing unauthorized disclosure and maintaining trust between both the parties which are involved in a business transaction. All the best, and do let me know in the comment section if you have any questions. Also, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more law-related content like this. Hey, did you like our video? Have you subscribed to our channel yet? If not, I'm going to sue you. I'm kidding. Hit the subscribe button right now, like and share our content.